Okay, so here I am at the 7th Beach Park. On Okaloosa Island, here in Fort Walton Beach, there are several parks that go along Santa Rosa Boulevard. This is the last one, so it's closest to the Air Force Base beach property. And so there's a little more privacy here. Also, at this particular beach access, the 7th one, there are the bathrooms that are here to the back, the boardwalk, which is helpful in getting actual access to the beach. You saw the picnic area, and of course, the beach in the background. The boardwalk is located right on the main drag, Highway 98, coming across the Brooks Bridge onto Okaloosa Island. Go through the traffic light, it's one of the first places that you see. Beside the Gulf area, across the street from the Emerald Coast Convention Center. It's a great place to go if you like to be around the crowd at the beach and you like plenty of action. This is the place to go, maybe in all of Okaloosa County, when you want to be at the beach. Nice views, and we're going to check out some of the commercial places that are available here too. Right now you may not be able to see it, but there were dolphins over there just by the Okaloosa Pier. Okaloosa Pier is a great place to catch some nice game fish. And here is in the boardwalk, you have the Swamp, which is a nightclub, and you have the Crab Trap, and you have the Black Pearl, Howl at the Moon. These restaurants and nightclubs have been here for a while. A lot of people go to these places. We're kind of here in the off season right now, so you don't see the crowds that you'd normally see. It's past Labor Day. But a lot of times during the main part of summer, during the weekend, there'll be hundreds, maybe thousands of people here in this area. It's definitely the center of the action. A lot of parking here too. Going on further, you see kids areas where they can enjoy the park, and then past that, you see a lot of volleyball courts. And then, of course, what everybody comes here for, the beach, the beautiful water. Okay, so here we are at Beasley Park. Beasley Park is the last park when you're heading east on Highway 98 towards Destin. It's on the Gulf, like some of the other parks of Okaloosa Island. And there's also something special about this park. Look over here. What do you see? Or rather, what do you not see? You don't see the hotels or the condos that are to the east of us, because that is Air Force owned land. It is a nice, Beasley Park is a nice place to go because it has the bathrooms, it has the picnic facilities, and it also has great views to the east. Sunrises are really good here, or if you just want to set up your towel or chair that direction and enjoy the views, it's a great place to be. Right across the street from Beasley Park is another park which is on Choctawhatchee Bay. There's calmer waters, and it's a great place to swim because of the shallow water and because there's a no-wake zone here right at the park. So boats are prohibited from coming in close to shore, allowing for better swimming. You know, it's also called Kite Beach. And the reason is that a lot of kite surfers come here, and this is where I learned to kite surf myself. There's also the restroom facilities as well. I'm at Liza Jackson Park right now. This park is special for several reasons. One, it's a great place to let your kids run around. A lot of space here, and it's also good for family reunions because there's so many things to do here. And exercise. Here you see the W.B. Bill Harbison 3rd Memorial Walkway, 5 laps equals 1 mile. So get your exercise, bring your dog. You can have a dog on a leash and just pick up after them. This is a good park for that. Like I said, this is a great place to take kids to run around in or have a family reunion. Here you have the volleyball court, an essential for family reunions, and a huge playground area, swings, everything else that'll keep the kids entertained. Meigs Park. Meigs Park is located in Shalimar, and it's got several neat things about it. One thing is that it's a great place to just park and eat lunch. If you have a sack lunch or you're buying fast food and you just want a great view while you're eating, you can park right up here on the water and enjoy your food while you're watching the scenery. Here's another neat thing about this park. This park is a great place to take the family. There is good swimming here. Nice sandy beach going right down to the water. Shallow water after that, which is safe for the kids. And then even hermit crabs. Hermit crabs, of course, entertain the kids and are fun things for the children to play with. I understand that there's a lot of paddle boarding that goes on at this beach. There's ample parking, and there's a large sandy area for kids to play in. One thing that you've got to know about Meigs Park is that it's hidden. It's in a residential neighborhood of Shalimar on Meigs Drive, and it's on a curve, so you probably won't notice it unless you're looking for it. It's located on a alley that is in between two houses, so just look for this sign. At Garniers Beach, there's some interesting fun things for the kids to play on, including this rock wall. There's also some other gymnast kind of things, and also your standard high swings. There's also great grass for kids to play on or adults to play on, playing frisbee or taking their dogs here. You know, here at Garniers Beach, it's okay to take your dogs as long as they are on a leash and as long as you pick up after yourself. So, also here is disability access to the actual sandy beach at the bottom. This is a Seaway boat ramp, and really, that's all there is here. Nothing special except that this is probably the most popular boat launch in all of Fort Walton Beach. A nice deep water, good concrete base going into the water here into this deep water. So it's an easy place to launch your boat. It's located next to the bridge, the Cinco Bayou Bridge, as well as next to the 3-story BBVA Compass building. This is a great place to launch your boat. Go ahead and put your family right in there on your way to Crab Island or to the pass or wherever you're going, maybe somewhere in the bayous here to do some water skiing or wakeboarding. You can also go across the way here to a restaurant, or there's a few different restaurants here in Fort Walton that are on the water, but there's one right across the way here from the Seaway boat ramp. Okay, here is a special place that you're not going to find on the maps, and it's actually in the center of Fort Walton Beach. You know, Cinco Bayou is an incorporated town which is surrounded by Fort Walton Beach, and this park is in that town. So there's city all around me right now, but there's a nature lover's dream right here in the center if you know where to find it. It's about a block off of Eglin Parkway, just to the east as you're approaching the Cinco Bayou Bridge heading north. A lot of wildlife here. You can find a lot of things from birds to snakes to just beautiful scenery, different plants. This is a great place to go. Ferry Park, I have spent many hours here at Ferry Park. This tennis court is where I've played probably the most games of tennis in any park in the country. And this has a lot of ball fields. It has a nature trail that goes for a long ways. Dogs can be walked here. They have a nice smooth concrete pathway that's good for strollers as well if you want to give your kids a ride as you're walking. Also, you know what this is? This is a disc golf hole. If you haven't played disc golf before, you and your friends each have a disc, a frisbee, and it's thrown to different holes. The hole may be maybe 30, 40 yards away or more, and then you throw and it's supposed to hit these chains and fall into the basket. It's a fun game that I've played a lot of, and I didn't even know this was here until today. You bet I'm going to be coming back. Also across the way, a playground for the kids to play in, and a large field I noticed out to the side. This is located in the easternmost part of Fort Walton Beach, a little bit north of Hollywood Boulevard and to the east of Eglin Parkway. I call this Hollywood Park. The only reason I call it Hollywood Park is because it is at the easternmost end of Hollywood Boulevard. I don't think anybody knows about this park, but it is a real good place to read. Nothing else. It's quiet. There's not a lot of traffic here. In fact, maybe no one comes here during the day. But if you have a good book, Great place to sit, good scenery, shade. It's a good place to be. In the downtown Fort Walton Beach area, along Brooks Street, you can park under the Brooks Bridge. Lots of shade here at the Brooks Bridge Park. And once you park, you can take your lunch here, enjoy a nice shady afternoon, and enjoy the wildlife. You can pull a boat up, maybe on the weekend if you have a boat and you want to pick up some friends. This is an easy place to find with nice parking. Just if you do that, be aware that there are some rocks here in the water, so you need to be careful when you pull up your boat. There's also a dock just to the side of it where you can pick up friends there. Also, there's the Bay Cafe. The Bay Cafe is just to the east of us, and you can actually park here and walk into the parking lot of the Bay Cafe. You might remember the Bay Cafe from our top 10 coolest restaurants at Fort Walton. If you've lived in Fort Walton Beach for any amount of time, you know about the Landing, which is located in Fort Walton Beach on Brooks Street. Here is the center of cultural activity in Fort Walton Beach. There's events, there's activities that happen here throughout the year. There's foot races that start here and end here that run through the neighborhoods of Fort Walton Beach. There's a large children's park, which children can have hours of fun at, which include the slides and include the places to climb on and chutes and those kinds of things, climbing gym bars. Also shady places to sit here at Fort Walton Beach Landing, and of course the waterfront. The Landing is considered the place where the first settlers landed in order to settle Fort Walton Beach. So it has some significance and historical value as well. Places to throw the frisbee here. There's a large field here, a large field which is large enough to have picnics on, or even I understand that there is ice skating rink that is put here sometimes during the winter time. Down here is some places for concerts. Here's the gazebo and the large deck for concerts, the large grassy area. This is a good place to pick up some boating friends, and there's also good slips available for the large boats as well as small. This is the Landing at Fort Walton Beach. I'm Rob of Rob Brooks Realty, and this is where I live.